What's going on, everybody? It is Triple Crown 24 back today with a 5-spot TTM recap episode. That's right. Got 5 that all came back on the same day. We've got a Hall of Famer in here. We've got a future Hall of Famer in my eyes. We've got a spring training, and we've got some miscellaneous baseballs. So a little bit of it all in today's episode. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you do, let me know what your favorite return was down below in the comments, and make sure you leave a like on the video. It is greatly appreciated. Let me go ahead and start showing these off. Start off with one out of Greensboro, North Carolina, and it also comes with the debut of the Address Concealer 24, patent pending. This is just because I have this big, thick black dyeing Sharpie that I use to scribble out my address, and I thought it would be much easier if I just decided to get something that would cover it up. So we're going to go green here and recycle this bubble mailer as my new address concealing tool. Save the planet. We're coming back in 10 days, 1 of 1 from Sweet Lou Whitaker. No introduction needed, but he was a member of the '84 World Champion Detroit Tigers, a team that holds a special place in my heart, even though I was not around at that time. But I have gone back and I've watched the '84 World Series on multiple occasions. I've met Lou Whitaker a couple of times as well. He's just a really nice guy. He returned my card signed in this Ultra Pro card saver, which is very nice of him to do. And here he is on the 78 Topps, which is a very important set for Tigers collectors because we have 4 very integral members of the '84 championship team. Of course, you have Lou Whitaker here, who is eligible to be inducted into the Hall of Fame again in 2021 as part of one of the Veterans Committees, so there's pretty strong case going around to get him in. We'll see if he does or not. Harold Baines is in, so I guess it's just whoever wants to get in can get in, so we'll see. But I think he is definitely deserving of it. Of course, I'm a biased Tigers fan as well. But he is joined by Lance Parrish on the rookie catchers card. He's also joined by Hall of Famer Jack Morris on one of the rookie pitchers from this set. And then his double play tandem partner up the middle, Alan Trammell, on the rookie shortstops, who is also pictured with Paul Molitor on the same card. So that's a pretty good card overall and a pretty good rookie class from the 78 Topps set, especially for Tigers fans. I don't have any plans to finish the rest of this card with these guys. To me, Whitaker was the one I really wanted, and he did sign in a spot where I could get more autographs on this one if I wanted to, but to me, it's just fine the way it is. Very excited to add my first Lou Whitaker card into my collection. I do have one of him, but it is not a card. It is a signed baseball that I got from him, so that is very cool. Next one up, moving along here, is West Palm Beach, Florida. Now, I got a lot of Florida returns today. I thought that I was in for a pretty big spring training mail day. That was not the case, but some of these that I got back surprised me and were kind of cool. So this one is Luis Salazar. This was one that I was not expecting back right away, but he signed 2 of 2. First up on the 92 Fleer Ultra, one of my favorite sets to send cards out of. I think I have about 15 to 20 of these at this point. It's just beautiful looking cards. Then I sent him an 89 starting lineup, which was the only Tigers card I could find at the time of him. He kept that one, but he did send back a 91 Upper Deck. And in my eyes, a Upper Deck in exchange for a starting lineup is an upgrade for me, so I'll happily take that trade. Both of these cards are really sharp looking, nice bright backgrounds, so the black ink on them pops. Best known for his time with the Tigers. Well, to me, he's probably better known for his time with different teams, but he played 7 different positions for the Tigers in, I believe it was 88. Might have been 89, but I'm pretty sure it was 88. The only positions he did not play were catcher and pitcher, the latter of which he did actually pitch a few relief appearances, but it was not for the Tigers. I believe it was for the Cubs or someone else that I can't come to mind right now. But thank you, Mr. Salazar, for signing those 2 cards. Next up, out of Tampa, Florida, this is the lone spring training return of the day. Coming back from Blue Jays camp, which is always a good sign because I don't try the Blue Jays during the regular season. Starting pitcher Clayton Richard. He started off with this 2018 Topps. I'm probably up to 80 or 85 of these signed. You include update series into that as well. Made a lot of progress on that during spring training, doing my IP graphing, but this is very cool. I've done really well with the Padres. He might be like the fourth or fifth Padre from this set that I've already picked up. So I also got him on the 2019 tops as well. Card design that is growing on me a little bit more day by day as I get more and more of them signed. Still like 2018 a lot more, but 2019 it's growing on me. It's all right. Not my favorite, but it's all right. Show you the back of the card here. He's been to a few different teams. Probably best known for his time with the Padres, but he started off with the White Sox. I remember when he was first coming up, the White Sox they went back and forth during this time. They were okay some years, and then some years they were kind of in the cellar of the AL Central, but he played pretty well for them during his time. He also had a brief stint with the Cubs, but I don't really remember that all that well. I kind of remember him with the Padres and the White Sox more. So thank you, Mr. Richard, for signing those two. I'm pretty much right where I expected to be on spring training TTM. So we'll see if some more roll back in anytime soon. Next up today, this is going to be a long episode. I've just got a lot to cover, but out of Orlando, Florida, this is a 2 of 2 once again in 10 days, I believe. Coming in from Nationals pitching coach Derek Lilliquist. So he signed on the 90 tops to start it off. I'll always add in flagship cards to the collection when I can. Then also the 91 Fleer, which by the time that you see this episode roll out, I'm sure that this card will no longer be in my possession. This will be heading off to Chase and Ink. He and Megan TT Hobbies are putting together the signed 91 Fleer set. So figured this one would be beneficial to his set. Here he is with the Padres. I better know him for his time with the Braves. And actually in this season, he hit 2 home runs in a game as a pitcher. One of the few to do so. The only one that comes to my mind who's also done it is Madison Bumgarner. I'm sure there are a few that I'm forgetting, but Lilliquist had some pretty good pop in his bat. So big thank you to him. He is now the pitching coach of the Washington Nationals. They've got some pretty good arms in that rotation with Max Scherzer. They've got Patrick Corbin now, and then Steven Strasburg. So he's got some good guys to work with, no doubt about that. And then last up today, this is the Hall of Fame return. Coming in 2 of 2. And I didn't have any flagship of him, but I did have these 2 really sharp-looking Allen and Ginters. I'm sure Mike O will like this one if he's watching this video. Shout out to Mike O. But it is Wade Boggs, member of the 3000 Hit Club. On the 14 Ginter and the 18 Ginter. So I normally do go after Topps flagship when I can, but if I can't find any of their flagship cards, Ginter is a really good second choice for me. Heritage, Gypsy Queen, any of these card stocks that are they're more like papery. They don't have as much gloss on them. I don't know how else to really describe it, but those are some of my favorites to get autographs on if I'm not going after flagship cards. These both came out really nicely. Boggs signs for $10 a card. He did stop for quite some time just because people were abusing it, or they'd send him 10 cards for $10. That's just not right. You know, there's always going to be someone who tries to take advantage of the system, unfortunately. But, I mean, come on now. 10 cards for $10 of a Hall of Famer. It's not right. His stuff does go towards pediatric cancer research. I believe it was like $38,000 that he raised in like 1 year of signing cards through the mail for a fee. That just tells you like how much he signs and like how good, like that's really good. 38, that's like almost $40,000 raised for cancer research just for signing autographs. And you got to have a lot of respect for anyone who's willing to take the time to do that and donate their time towards a good cause, especially someone who's given a lot of themselves to baseball already and a lot to the fans. So I have tremendous respect for Wade Boggs. Really phenomenal player, really great humanitarian as well in terms of his philanthropy work. So thank you, Mr. Boggs, for signing that. Ginter as well as this Ginter as well. Glad to donate towards a good cause. So that will wrap it up for me. This was, like I said, a longer TTM episode, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite return was down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.